And now the third quarter about to get going. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
The second half just about to get going here.
Well, Westbrook has been great. He's got 16 points, and he's done a good job distributing the ball as well.
Well, you can't discount what that's meant to this team. I mean, he's helped their cause with his passing, and it's really given his team a nice groove.
Second half is underway, and here's what Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Ran outside at the three with Ibaka playing the power forward. Dion Waiters is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the 5 down low.
You know, often you can learn more about a team when they are unhealthy versus when they're at full strength. And last year, I thought the Bulls showed they are not and have never been a one-man show. It's all about everybody contributing for them. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Rose again. Westbrook. Waiters grabs the miss.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Derrick Rose.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
It's Durant with the drive. The teardrop falls in. Durant's got 11.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Chicago calls timeout. Well, Kevin Durant certainly had one of the most memorable nights in the NBA last season, Steve. Dropping the 54 points on national TV. He really looked unstoppable in that game in particular.
Yeah, that was against the Warriors back in January. That was a career high for him. And, you know, Golden State tried every trick in the book, and they have good defenders on the wing, but didn't seem like anything they tried worked that night.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. The extra get it. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Get it.
Some changes for Chicago. Noah comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Heinrich in for Mike Dunleavy. Then for the Thunder, Collison comes in for Cantor. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Noah dishes to McDermott. Noah kicks to McDermott. Feeds it to Noah. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. They get the rebound. Gasol. That one off the back iron and out.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, there's no doubting that center Steven Adams came to the league ready to rumble. As Kendrick Perkins put it, he acts like he grew up on the farm chasing hogs. But Adams said it had more to do with growing up playing rugby. He said it was, quote, a combination of that and trying to survive against my brothers and sisters. Keep in mind, he's the youngest of 18 siblings, Kevin.
He doesn't mind taking some licks, Doris. He just keeps coming. Thank you. Heinrich kicks to Rose. Pass to Noah. And Durant with the flip. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
11 seconds on the shot.
And here are the Bulls now. Down by 12. Clock at 6. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Rose kicks to McDermott. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And you look at the Bulls, a bit of a different look for them. Trading away Dang. They amnesty Carlos Boozer. It seems they're shuffling the deck.
No question about it. They bring in the Spanish League MVP and Nikola Mirotic. They've had some good draft choices as well, so a lot of new bodies for the Bulls.
Here's Rose. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rose has got 8.
He's been a different guy in the second half, guys. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Durant just inside the line. Nice shot from the wing. And the Thunder lead by 12.
And for the Bulls, you have to remember that Derrick Rose is still in his mid-20s, so with his injuries pushing back the timetable slightly and a new luxury tax structure that's more punitive than ever, the Bulls opted to go a little younger and control their costs.
Gasol passes to Heinrich. Down low. Here's McDermott. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Durant with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Durant dishes to Ibaka. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And it's 6 points for Serge Ibaka.
And guys, you know it, the Bulls are a financially conservative team. I mean, probably the most reluctant among big market teams to pay the luxury tax. So they're trying to win and turn a profit, and until they're in legitimate position to win a title, you can't fault them for that. In one phrase, it's called managing the business.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. Dunleavy comes in for McDermott. Butler, he's checked in for Kirk Heinrich. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Offensive rebound. Now Mirotic. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And as we Oklahoma City leading by 10. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the back. Taj Gibson is out there with Tony Snell, and it's Muhammad in the 5 spot. Goes back up, deflects the pass. Gibson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
And Butler, here we go. This is to Westbrook. Hits the jumper in space. Westbrook's got 22. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets. Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Chicago calls timeout. Russell Westbrook, maybe the most athletic and explosive point guard ever to play in the NBA. Some people would say, what about you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say ever, but Russell Westbrook clearly plays with the kind of ferocity that I've not seen at the point guard position. The only guy that comes to mind is probably Derrick Rose prior to his injury. I think Westbrook's aggression, powering through contact, probably gives him the edge. I mean, he plays almost angry.
A lot of torque.
A lot of torque. Yeah. I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen the guy at the point guard spot bring that kind of athleticism and speed and tenacity to the position.
Well, I like how you mentioned Rose because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah.
The pre-injured Rose was...
He was right in that same category.
You got it. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me, show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
And Land drops them both.
And Russell Westbrook, maybe the most explosive first step in the league. I mean, he doesn't just get an angle on his defender. He leaves them completely behind with a free run to launch all those shots around the rim.
Here's Mirotic. The three-pointer off the mark. Outside Durant. The floater. And he gets it to go. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
The kick out to Westbrook. Lamb passes to Ibaka. Durant wide open. He fires. Durant with another miss.
Boy, Westbrook, once he blows by that first defender, he is absolutely fearless attacking the help defense. High-flying power dunks, finishes with both hands. He's a bad, bad man.
Shots good by Durant.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a perfect, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Boy, you look at how Ibaka has gone from role player to key player since his time in the league, and he's done it by increasing his range and efficiency from outside, and he's done it every season. You really have to admire his work ethic. Everybody raves about the character of this young man.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Muhammad. Gasol comes in for Mirotic. Dunleavy's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Rose in for Aaron Brooks. Bulls trail by 20.
Ibaka definitely knows how to improve his game, and if you look at his shot charts year by year, there are distinct changes in where he's getting his shots from. Who knows what kind of range he'll have in 2 years.
Kevin Durant.
And Durant gets it to go.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but that's not the case here.
Nope, not at all. They're putting this run together with a lot of mid-range jump shots, so seeing a pretty good display of marksmanship right now.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
And a final word on Ibaka. It comes in clumps to him, it seems. 1 year he started to make more baseline shots, Clark. Next year he started at the top of the key more. He's also looking at the three-point shot more often.
Well, that's exactly how you go about expanding your range if you're a player like Ibaka, Kevin. I mean, you get really good at one shot and then progressively extend your range and move around on the court.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
And the shot is good.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for Oklahoma City.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Yeah, I like the discipline, the self-control, and the patience, Kevin.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Westbrook. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised. Perry Jones, back at Baylor, once considered a top prospect, 6'11", rangy athlete with some guard skills. I think his stock has maybe fallen a little bit, but the Thunder took a flyer on him late in the first round back in 2012. Still a work in progress, but plenty of potential.
There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.